Hello, I'm Bernard McMahon, CEO of Being Well Group, and we support Golddigger Trust because of people like Libbi.
When I first came to Golddigger, I was very anxious, just an anxious person, very quiet, didn't really like myself, didn't really like other people, and I just didn't really know where I was going in life. I started with the I'm the Girl I Want to Be course, which helped me learn to like myself and accept who I was as a person, and that it was okay to feel the way that I was feeling. When I started sixth form, I thought that everything was going to be a lot better because I got rid of a lot of friends that were quite problematic, but it was when things started getting worse and I was really depressed all the time, didn't really want to go to lessons, just didn't really engage in anything, was very withdrawn and isolated and just not happy in general. Towards the end of year 12 was when things started to get worse, and I was getting into a lot of arguments with friends, and I just didn't really want to be alive anymore. So I took an overdose. The Golddigger became the only place I could really open up and talk about things, because I didn't really have any other support around me apart from family and friends. So when I eventually went to CAMS, I'd gone past the point of wanting to get better. I didn't want any support, I didn't want to engage. I'd just gone past the point of caring. With me, they decided that I wasn't safe to be in the community. So then they decided to put in a referral for an inpatient unit, where I was for 3 months. Throughout all of the help with CAMS and then the crisis team and then the hospital, Goldie was always there to support me throughout it all. He came to visit me and kept in touch, a couple of messages, which people don't think means anything, but when you're in such a bad place, just a little message saying thinking about you or I hope you're okay means quite a lot. So to know that even though I wasn't seeing them very often, I still had their support was very important. So after I was in hospital, the first thing I did with Golddigger was Girls' Day, which I was so nervous about because there were so many people and I wasn't used to being around so many people, but I did it and I was really proud of myself that I'd done it. And then after that, I had mentoring. I knew what I needed to do, if I was struggling or if I was having a bad day. It was just doing that, and Golddigger helped me with my job when I was struggling with my job, and just being an adult, coping with adult life when you're not in a good place, because it was so much responsibility and I still wasn't better, but I was better than what I was. So I learned to accept how I felt and how I was feeling, and that it was okay to not be 100% all the time, to just believe in yourself, because if you don't, then it's going to make things a lot harder. I learned that they're people, good people, because I'd had so much bad experiences with friends and things. I had this perception that everybody that I met was going to be horrible and just not very nice, and coming here, especially meeting people that worked here who were all really nice, just made me realise that not everybody's like that. Not everybody's gonna kick you when you're down kind of thing. It's just a safe place where you can be yourself and talk about things that you wouldn't usually talk about and not feel judged. So now I'm in a better place doing things like this, which I'd never be able to do before. And it made me realise that I could help people even if I wasn't happy 24/7. Doesn't mean that you can't support other people. Just like, I don't know, it just makes you feel happy that, because at the time when you was in that place, you wanted someone like that who'd been through it to just sit with you, not always say anything, but just sit with you. And to be able to give that to somebody else, it makes you feel proud.
And that's why we nominate Libbi for the Overcomer Award.